YouTube, what's going on? Kyle with ePoolSupply. We are back again today for another quick fix video on Pentair's Great White Kreepy Krauly suction side pool cleaner. We're going to actually dive in and show you guys how to replace the brushes on the bottom as well as how to get access to the lift brush. So stay tuned. All right, and we're back. So again, today we're going to show you guys on the Great White Kreepy Krauly suction side pool cleaner how to replace both of these traditional brushes that you have, as well as how to get access and fix your lift brush, which is actually right here on the side. So the lift brush is really handy for getting you guys off of stuck things. So as the gears spin inside, occasionally this lift brush will fire, which lifts it up so that if it's stuck on your drain or some kind of pole in the pool, then that'll actually work. So sometimes it runs off a spring, so sometimes that spring goes bad. So we'll tear into this and show you guys how to replace both of these as well as how to get access to this. So first thing, you're going to want to take the shroud screws off, which are actually, you got 2 on each side, 2 on the other, and then you have 2 caddy corner here in the middle. I'd already pre-done that. If you want to see how to do that, make sure you check out the links below. We've got a link to our other video that shows you guys how to get access to the bumper and the shroud. But for now, I already removed them. So next step is you just move up the internal frame and slide this off to the side. So now you're left with all of the guts of the cleaner. So if you flip it over on the top, you've actually got your shroud, which you can release the spring clips here on each side. The caddy corner, again, where you can release the spring clips, lifts the shroud up. Now you got full access to the entire gear set. As you can see, pretty simplistic design inside. So it actually runs with this oscillator system that just ticks back and forth, and as it ticks, it's moving the other gears, which over time are going to change this, which activates that lift brush that we were talking about. So in order to get access to that lift brush, you do need to remove everything from inside the cleaner. So you're gonna just lift up and you can actually pull out the entire guts of the cleaner, which is lifting from each side. So you got some axle blocks here that stop that center shaft from moving. So you actually just lift it up, set it off to the side, you're good to go. So the only other point of access that you're gonna need to get to that lift brush is going to be with this gear set right here. But before we dive into that, let's flip it over and I'll show you guys how to replace those other 2 standard brushes that do not move. So you get 2. There's one located on each side of the center, which this is where your oscillator is. So this is where the suction's created. So you got one on each side. So really simple. It's just a clip. So you can see the clip right here that you're going to just push off to the side and lift up the brush. So now you get your brush out. So similar to your brush ring on the shroud, these brushes will wear over time. They are made of a good high quality plastic to help maintain to the water chemistry, but over time you will need to replace this. They will get squished, they'll get caught, you'll lose some. So always make sure that you flip this over and check that out. Make sure you guys don't have any dirt and debris in there and try to clean them as much as possible. But when it's time, really simple to remove. So when you're gonna get your new ones to install, as you can see, it has a pre-done little piece in here that you cannot put the new brush in any other direction. So you try to put it in backwards, that doesn't work. Obviously you don't want the brush to go in this way, so you're gonna line it up just like the Tetris game and just push it down in there until you hear it clip. So you just line it up. This one's being frustrating. It's a brand new cleaner. So there you go. So you just push it in until you hear it clip. So now you reinstalled your new one. The same one goes for the other side. So when you're ready to replace that one, it has the piece on the inside. You're going to lift it, which allows the brush to release. Again, already has its own little mold in here. You cannot put the new one in any other way. So you just slide that back in there, push down until you hear it clip. So really simple, quick fix. Make sure that the cleaner's still doing its scrubbing for your surface and making sure all that dirt and debris goes into the middle. So in order to get access to this lift brush that we were talking about earlier, you do need to remove this gear set. The one thing that I really love about this cleaner is it really only requires 2 types of screwdrivers. So I've got a Phillips and I've got a flathead. So there's a tiny little screw located right here that you're gonna need to remove. So give me a minute and we'll go ahead and get this undone. There we go. So now once you get that screw undone, it literally just pulls right out. You got your gear set here with a little axle. So you're gonna keep that all together because you're gonna wanna make sure you put this back in correctly once you get this lift brush fixed. So set that off to the side and we'll flip it over. So you can tell, even with that gear set removed, it's still spring loaded. It's still not coming out. One thing you can see is when you flip it back over on the top here, you can actually see the spring right here. So one reason why I like the flathead screwdriver, you're just gonna stick it in there, decompress the spring while holding the lift brush from the bottom and pull it so that it comes right out. You're just gonna literally push it down and it pops right up. So once you remove the spring, you set that off to the side, your brush actually falls down and comes out freely. So again, it has its own direction, so there is no way for you to be able to put this back in incorrectly. It will not fit. So when you're grabbing your new one with your new spring, you're going to make sure that you install it the same direction. So get it up there, you're gonna do the same thing, you'll flip it over, holding the brush on the bottom, and then you're gonna slide your spring in there and just kind of decompress it to push it back in there. And now it's in, so you can actually let go of the bottom and you don't take the risk that this is gonna fall. And then from there, you're good to go. So today, we showed you guys how to take apart the Great White Kreepy Krauly suction side pool cleaner to get access to replace both of your standard brushes as well as your lift brush. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way. Thank you.